In the midst of social distancing and business lockdowns, a freelance writer and a graphic artist bought a bus, converted it into a tiny home on wheels, and moved out of our 4-bedroom house. 1 year later, we downsized to a Chevy Express. Now we travel between Texas and Pennsylvania from April through November while exploring small towns with rich histories. In the winter, we hunker down in Texas in our schoolie and dream of our next big trip.
We're Alan and Teresa.
And we're rolling with our gnomies.
Well, we are at the Heritage Farms Homestead Fair here in the state of Texas, and you can see on the map behind me what the fairgrounds looks like. We're over there in the yellow dot. We parked way up here in the yellow parking lot, and then we walked over to where we are now. And this is going to be a day of great fun. You get to see all kinds of things that are no more because they're days gone by. But
Make your own.
Right. Hi. All right. Cool exercises. You pay a fee and and make your own craft. And they've got several of these types of booths around here. They got a woodworking booth. You can make your own furniture. They teach you how to do these things so that you can go home and do them yourself. But they also use it as a sort of recruiting tool to recruit members into their community. And I just learned they've got about 1,200 people.
Wow.
In this community right here.
In the Waco community.
In this community. They have several other communities around the world.
There's one down by San Antonio.
And there's one in New Zealand. There's one in South Africa. There's one in Montana. They've got them all around. There's probably, I don't know, maybe anywhere from half a dozen to a dozen around the world. Some of them are just getting started.
I will link to this one in the description below.
Yeah, so they got a website?
I'm sure that their website will lead you to others as well, but it's nifty.
It's a pretty cool community.
Concept. I mean,
and this is the tent. You can go in and make your crafts. There's a cow. And they've got a duck race over here in this tent. A hay bale maze.
Yeah, petting zoo.
There's a petting zoo. Oh yeah, petting zoo. Right here, some sheep and goats. Poultry. I love that sign, poultry may bite. So don't put your fingers in there, Goofy.
Wait.
Broad-breasted bronze turkeys.
Gotcha.
Hungry? These are Toulouse geese.
Look at that one. It's got this interesting little. Look at it. He's so careful. Back up.
To try to figure out what to do
cover crop
in order to get them to respond and move the part that we want them to move.
Lemon balm.
What I want to do is I just want to keep her going forward.
Camet.
Horses, they have a blind spot. So if you put your hands in front of your face like this, you can see that you can't see directly in front of you. And that's the same thing with them. They have a blind spot right in front of them, right underneath their chin, and they have a blind spot right between or behind their tail. So when you approach, you kind of always want to approach at the side, and try not to look at them too much in the eye because it's a predator-prey mentality.
That's beautiful.
So if you approach a horse and you get real big, chances are they're not going to want to have anything to do with you. It would be the same thing if somebody walks straight up and straight up with you and looking
Yeah,
straight in the face,
lettuce.
you're all automatically going to get offensive. So we want to
Looks like maybe some cabbage in there, mostly.
Or not too aggressive, but we definitely
lettuce
want
and
them to
cabbage.
know that we're trying to get their attention.
Hi, buddy.
Running out of boys' names.
Carrots, freshly planted, I'm guessing. Cilantro, asparagus.
My whip is not. It's not to beat them with it, but it is an extension. I
Got
need to get their
beets.
attention. They can feel a fly on the tip of their tail.
Canda. So they
So
live
don't
here,
eat that whole bunch.
they work here, they grow their own
Need to know, and you need to give them spaces
food.
and opportunity to respond. So at first,
Everything they do.
nicely, and then if she doesn't respond to the nice time,
They live off the
go a
land.
little bit more.
Completely sustainable community.
Until I get a response of what I want them to do.
Swiss chard.
Come on, let's walk this way.
So
And you can see the raised garden beds.
you always want to reward the small because they
And they give seminars. Bread making, sustainability, food and waste, cheese making, soap making, and raising chickens. Another French press. She's eyeballing.
We got a couple of them. These are French presses too. This is 24 ounces. Make a couple.
Are they metal?
They, I believe they are. They're double walled. They're insulated, so they also keep my coffee hot.
You're right. So yeah. So they're insulated and nice. How much are those?
This one's got a couple in the bottom. Oh, there's 3 sizes.
Yeah, they got big ones
This
and
one's
little ones
50.
and mediums. That's $50. I guess they make those here.
I don't know. I know they sell coffee. They roast coffee here. This one doesn't have the cup that comes with it. This one's $29.95. Not bad. But it does have a sip and drink lid. So you can make your coffee in here and then open the lid.
Right. And then you
And
can
drink it right out of
drink
here,
it out right out of the press.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do a paso.
So those are the small ones, and then the mediums are in the back there, and there's the large one right there.
This one's just a travel.
That's the big kahuna.
Yeah, that one makes a lot of coffee. That one would make a
She's
standard
interested in the
copy.
small one right there because that would look good in the van, she says.
No, it would work good in the van because you can't break it.
Work good in the van because she can't break it.
I didn't break the first half a dozen. Somebody broke it, but it wasn't me.
They also sell seeds. Open pollinated, no GMOs, no hybrids. What's that?
I don't know. It's a triangle-shaped fry pan.
Really?
I'm gonna guess that it's some
Popcorn
kind
popper?
of... No. I'm gonna guess it's like a cornbread.
Cast iron, triangular sized. There's the popcorn popper.
Yeah, there's the popcorn popper.
They got peanut oil, cast iron skillets, and Ladyfinger brand popcorn, which I've never heard of.
Wow. That's going to keep something airtight.
I know 90% is soy also. So the shorter it is, more genetically modified you take it?
I would like that. If you're eating anything that's not organic corn, it's genetically modified.
Homestead baskets.
I kid you not, the angle was intense, because she was on a river road and had to go up from there, and she would look first and make sure there wasn't another car in sight before she would go up that hill, and she knew if somebody stopped, she would stop.
We spent a fair bit of time in Alaska. We live here, but a lot of our work is up there. And in the winter, you don't stop. Even if you're driving downtown Anchorage, you get to a red light, you slow, but you don't stop. And everybody's used to that.
They have studded tires.
But it's just a controlled slide everywhere.
Yeah. I lived in Colorado for a while too, and I drove to Texas, and we went over this path called Coachtober Path, real high, completely no packed. And you just driving for a big time, and then we had this real sharp turn, a curve, and then a sharp turn. I couldn't turn my wheel. And it made a wall around my tires with snow and ice.
Moving. You can't be moving and
A 2-cycle engine demonstration. It's got a 10 horsepower engine. And they're demonstrating how a mill works, and so right behind us, or right in front of us here on the other side of this tent, is a corn mill, and this is a portable corn mill. Yeah.
cornmeal coming out the other end.
Right. They got cornmeal coming out on the end over there.
Pretty ingenious the way they did things back then. So, you get too much friction, or if you get them too close, you can actually generate a spark. When you're milling for production, you actually mill really fast. So you get a lot of stuff in the air that's combustible. So a lot of mills were lost to fires due to sparks. So we have to keep our nose to the grindstone, because if we smell any burning smells, we know that something's wrong in the adjustment. Either we ran out of grain, or we have our stones too close.
So in that case, do you have the emergency shut off?
Well, we could shut it off pretty quick with that lever right there.
Yeah, okay.
It's a tensioner.
Okay.
One of them, it might be the one on the yeah. Takes so long for the grain to get from there. All the way
We'll let
out
you
here,
know, okay.
dust it might be way heavy. If you're not smelling right, I mean, you're smelling hard to smell.
So this is the water source that powers the water wheel down here. Goes through that trough. And then there's a water wheel down there it pours into, and that powers the mill inside that building right there. Where they make flour and corn and other things on the mill, and they demonstrate for you on the inside just how it works. You get a better view of the water wheel on this side. You can see it turn, catching the water, and it powers the mill.
Hey, right here. William, the answer is right here.
I have a room full of looms, and they give weaving classes, not just to the girls. Evidently the boys are learning too.
Fantastic. It's your first time here?
I'm just fascinated at the craftsmanship that they put on display. The finished products and the people working so you can watch.
Alright, if I don't do this right, then I'm going to be on the bad side of my wife. So y'all bear with me and pray for me. But while you're doing that, don't forget, share us with your friends, like us if you like us if you don't, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out. God bless.